So wholesale dropshipping, how can you use it to make money? How can you get to that $100 a day mark if you don't even know what you're doing? Selling on Amazon has absolutely changed our lives. You want to know something? We're going to help you guys get there too.
All these people are talking about wanting to sell you a lifestyle. We're here to sell you a life.
Yo guys, what's up, man? If you're new, welcome to the channel. I'm the Dropshipping Terminator. Me and my partner, the Dan of Steel. We talk all about that e-commerce life, man. Affiliate marketing, Amazon, a little Shopify here and there, all types of stuff. If that sounds good to you, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, stick around for a little bit because we hook you up with all that knowledge. Get into the free Facebook group because we do giveaways and everything else in there. Answer all your questions. That's just who we are. You guys should know this by now. Well, not if you're new. You wouldn't know that yet, but you will. For all you regulars, though, you know what time it is, man. So, wholesale dropshipping is coming up a lot as of late, and it's mainly just because eBay is crap the bed, for lack of a better term. I'm not saying that people aren't making money with eBay. I'm just saying that it has become increasingly difficult, and a lot of people are not making money. People that really didn't know what they were doing to begin with. So, wholesale dropshipping is like the new wave. I don't know why it's a new wave. Like, that's generally what you should have been doing to begin with. Like, that's kind of the natural progression when you get into drop shipping, but whatever. So wholesale drop shipping is just going to wholesalers. All right. You're no longer going to, like a Walmart or Target or, even like a smaller supplier. You would be going to distributors, right? Let me break this down. So there, you guys know I'm a big car guy. I have brick and mortar car, car shop. I had a previous one in the past as well. I've had these accounts for years, like going on 10 years now with some of them. And, Cobb, if you guys are not familiar with Cobb, they do a lot of tuning software, a lot of parts, they have the access port. I love those guys, huge fan of their platform, Turn 14, Motivicity, Extreme PSI, shout out to Han. This dude has known me since I was a kid. Great, him and his brother. Love you guys to death. You have helped me make a lot of money. Direct accounts with ETS, STM. Let's see who else. Mishimoto ZX tires. That's a Fast and Furious reference if you guys didn't get that. But yeah, so when you're wholesaling, you're getting things at amazing prices. Okay, amazing prices. Like let's just preface that. You're getting things at amazing prices, and therefore you can sell them at a much lower markup because sometimes the prices are extremely favorable. Like you're getting them for 50% of actual cost. I mean, like, think about it, guys. Like if you're getting, let's say the MSRP is, let's say the manufacturer sells this on their website for $399. In some cases you could get that for $180, $190. That is insane. And sometimes there's no embargo. Sometimes they're not going to say like, all right, you can't sell it super cheap. Like sometimes they're like, hey, look, you can sell it within this price range. You can't sell it any lower than, let's say, $340. Guys, that is a huge profit margin. And with wholesale drop shipping or wholesale FBA or whatever, you'll typically get like a certificate of authenticity depending on what the product is. If you're doing like action figures, things of that nature, you'll be the seller of record, for that. There's just so many benefits that come with wholesaling that I don't know why you guys wouldn't do it, but you do have to have a couple things. You do have to have a legitimate business set up more often than not. A lot of, wholesalers are not going to work with you if you don't have an LLC. So you guys who are just, trying to just jump on and make money as quickly as humanly possible, it's probably not going to work for you. You guys should have an EIN at minimum. And then set up your LLC, guys. It's real cheap. We use Inc. now. We're incorporated out of Delaware. You guys should definitely do the same thing. Taxes are very favorable. I hear Wyoming is great for people over there on the West Coast. So, you guys can do whatever you will, but I highly recommend it. How are you going to leverage this to do $100 a day? You're like, oh my God, how am I going to make $100 a day with this? Very simplistic, guys. Generally, these are brands that people are very aware of, and it doesn't matter whether you're on eBay, Shopify, or Amazon, or any other platform for that matter. The brands speak for themselves. Cobb is a massive brand in the car industry. ETS, AEM, all these, I'm using car references because that's what I'm very familiar with. There's also, our other, other ones like BBCW that we use. God, dude, Dan has a whole list. Like, we have a whole list of this that our VAs generally go through. But at any rate, you know, I'm very familiar with car stuff because I've been doing this for years. Now, having these, you know, these wholesalers on team, you know, provides you with massive brand leverage. Okay. So in the car world, everyone knows Cobb, ETS, STM, Mishimoto, you know, Goodyear tires, Michelin, all these different manufacturers, right? Not car manufacturers, but parts manufacturers. And that brand recognition makes it very easy to sell. Very easy to sell. You don't have to go out of your way to try to sell it. You don't have to do all these tricks. You don't have to sit there and sell at cost on the front end. You can make plenty of money front end and back end if you so choose. And then they're always going to sell, guys. They're always going to sell because of that brand recognition. There's no underhanded tactics. Okay, it's going to be very difficult for you not to make money. Very difficult for you not to make at least $100 a day. Even with our, you know, our archaic website for the shop, we still manage to do over $100 a day through wholesale drop shipping. Big shout out to Extreme PSI. Thank you very much. And Turn 14, you guys make our lives very, very easy. Cobb, you too as well. Cannot forget you. Thank you very much because we do a lot of your products. You guys are awesome. Plug, but yeah, so guys, like, the brand recognition is what's going to help you do that $100 a day. Okay, that's what's going to make you the money. It's not necessarily you selling this, it's the brand name selling itself. And I know you guys have seen this on eBay itself. You know, like, people are selling H&R lowering springs, they're selling you know, maybe some H&R coilovers or Eibach lowering springs or whatever. I know you guys have seen them. I know you guys have seen these people selling it. You're like, man, how are these people selling these brands? Well, you know, they have reseller certificates and they're able to get them at a very low price and then turn around and sell them. And generally they're making a very comfortable, you know, markup. In some cases, you know, let's say 20 to 30 bucks a product, you know. Guys, you only have to sell a handful of those a day to make something decent. You know, it's very, very simplistic and they sell themselves. You know, that's what you guys need to be gravitating towards. Wholesale drop shipping will make your job much, much easier in the long run. All right. Like, you know, with us with Amazon, private label drop shipping is very difficult for a beginner because you have to do a lot of product research. You have to get up and running. But as we've proven with our students, once you're up and running, the money just starts rolling in. You're doing very well. Then you can convert over to private label FBA, and then you start getting into wholesale drop shipping and then wholesale FBA, either or, depending on what your preference is. And you will make money with this. It's almost impossible not to make money because of the brand recognition, guys. That's what sells. That's what's going to make you the money. You definitely should be getting into wholesale dropshipping or wholesale FBA, or even, you know, doing fulfilled by merchant on eBay. You know, if you're going to be wholesaling, you know, buying a good bulk of products and then sending them out yourselves. Doesn't necessarily matter how you do it. Getting into wholesale is going to give you that legitimacy for people to trust your brand, your actual store brand, because you are carrying brands that they recognize, carrying brands that they know, carrying brands that they love, that they trust. So that's what you want. That's how wholesale drop shipping or wholesale, FBA or whatever is going to help you in the future. That's how it's going to help expand your business. I highly recommend it. You guys don't have to get into it. It does take a little bit more money. It does take a little bit more time and effort to seek out the suppliers, the wholesalers, talk to them, set up these accounts and all this. But once you have that, guys, you're good to go. That's, coming from someone who does it, that's what I recommend. For people who are struggling on eBay right now, believe me, this is probably going to be something that saves your business down the line. Regardless of what, people are saying, all these underhanded tactics that they're trying, definitely give legitimacy a try, okay? I'm not saying that the tactics don't work. I'm not saying that you cannot still make money doing retail arbitrage. What I'm saying is you should definitely try the legitimate way, because the legitimate brands are going to give you recognition and they sell themselves. Okay, I know you guys are going to see this in the future. You're going to see this from a lot of other YouTubers talking about wholesale drop shipping and all this other stuff. Guys, it's the way to go. Having a legitimate business really makes it easy for you to take things to the next level, and that's what we want for you guys, to go to the next level, not just to be here, but to get up to here. So get into wholesale drop shipping, make your $100 a day, and in some cases you're going to make far more than $100 a day. Just to give you a heads up, you guys could be making $1,000 a day. Pure profit. Okay, like there's a lot of volume to be had. Just gonna put that out there. Like MAP, Matt Performance or whatever, another car reference, they make a lot of money every single day because they are massive wholesale. I mean, you can have an account with MAP, but they also have accounts with other vendors, and they make a buttload of money. I mean, they make a killing, absolute killing, So if you guys are trying to get to that next level, that's what you should be getting into. All right, get into wholesaling, make your $100 a day, scale that to $1,000 a day. It's not very difficult to do, guys. When you do it properly, it's very, very simple. Find a niche that you're comfortable with. Well, if you're on eBay, you're not going to be finding a niche. You guys are going to be trying to get as many wholesale accounts as you possibly can, so that way you can, pump those listings up so you guys can get out there. But for people who are, building a brand on Amazon or even eBay, you want to find a niche that you're comfortable with, and then start seeking out those suppliers. Like for me, I'd already kind of known because I've had them for a while. So this makes it a little bit easier for me. For you guys, it's going to take a little bit, but you can easily do $100 a day. Just trust me on this. Give legitimacy a chance. Please give legitimacy a chance. I'm not saying that the other things do not work. I'm just saying right now would be a good time to try something different. And going the legal route is definitely something that you should give a shot. What do you have to lose? Nothing really. So you can take that advice. You could not take that advice. It's up to you. But please, guys, $100 a day is not very difficult with wholesale dropshipping because the brand sells itself. That brand name will sell itself every single time. You can trust me on that. You can take that to the bank. I promise you it'll sell. You guys can take a look at the sales that come in from wholesalers on eBay. Just put that out there. And if you guys are still not familiar with it, go check out my man's Ecom Tom. He's been doing wholesale on eBay. His partner Jason, those guys are doing it. Please, if you don't believe me, at least go check them out, and listen to them, okay? Because I'm not the only one that knows about it. I'm not the only one doing it. Same thing with Matt. Tyler's getting into it as far as I know. Same thing with Ty. Like, we're all talking to each other. We're all making this happen, okay? Why not you? Think about it. If it's good enough for us, and we've been doing this for years, it should definitely be good enough for you. All right, so with that being said, man, be safe, be smart. Gonna catch you in the next one. Gonna try to get some sleep myself, call it an early night. Peace out. I'll see you in the next one. Get the wholesale dropshipping.